let's do this. Watching the replay, thanks for watching. And if you're watching live, you're coming in, Karma, good to see you, brother. Hey Marlene, I see you here too. Just gonna switch camera, there we go. Alright. Oops, the tripod down without knocking my computer everywhere. Hey Christian, good to see you. Decided with the cap in honor. I was wearing caps tonight, why not? Alright, welcome, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining me if you're for the first time. Thank you for being here. The man, the myth, the legend. I ain't no myth. Thank you, G. Alright, welcome to, actually I'm going to switch this over. Here they come trolling in. So before I go any further, let me show you the rundown we've had tonight. I'm bringing home the caboose on this Perry Dudes Past the Cast for Thursday. Great conversation, great content, great people. It's been an amazing conversation. Yes, so close to 900,000 hearts. It's like, whoa, I couldn't believe that. So, basically, with Karma rocking it as opening start, hiding out in the sound booth, that was cracking me up. And then Christian, awesome to see you back on the scope, sir. And then Greg, awesome as always, even shaved and clean with his wife next to him, that was giggling away in the background. That was awesome too. George, great to know more about you. I'm glad you're on the scope too. And then Pace, that was a great demo with your wife. You were tech support for her, which is perfect. I love that stuff. Saw you and asked you what you were doing. What did you tell them? Okay. So can you all hear me? Because I just saw someone say they couldn't hear me. Giving away secrets. Oh, you were. Yes, indeed. All right. So, hi. Thanks for joining me. Welcome. My name is Barry Selby. I'm known as the Love Doctor, hence my title on Periscope. I am a relationship expert, author, speaker, coach, all that sort of stuff. So I've got some things to talk about. It brings content to the table. I'm like, yeah, keep that on. Excuse me. Thank you, Karma. Yes, the Love Doctor. So, and thanks for coming in the room. Nice to have you. Nice to see you, folks, and nice to take us home. Yes, indeed. All right. So, 900,000 hearts. That'd be so awesome. So, wake yourself up. Okay, topic. So, what I called it was basically the most annoying scenario stereotypes that bother me most. And I got a few, but let me start with this one because it's been touched on a bit by what Greg said and also what Christian said, and Karma too, about the meathead thing. How can I say this? For many men, we're looked upon as being one of two types: the macho man and the nice guy, or the bad boy and the nice guy, because it's the same thing. And frankly, we couldn't be anything else. So for most women, particularly I'd say 20, 30 years ago when I was in my younger years, if I wasn't one of the macho guys, like I was like a player or a jock or a guy like that, yeah, the ape man, I was a wimp. I was the nice guy who was never dateable. And it sucked. And the truth is, I didn't know at the time that there's a third option that I've really been developing and speaking about and talking about. And frankly, in this Perry Dudes group, we're living more and more. And that's the masculine man. And I'll break it down to explain what the differences are so you know what it is. Yeah, and that's going to finish at some point. Yeah, I'm not going to get specific. So, thank you, Griselle. I appreciate that. The difference between macho and masculine, and frankly, most of the guys who are trolls in here are macho guys, because macho men are ego, balls driven, my way the highway, and screw you. And that's the way they come across. And it's not the way, so yeah, low key. So yeah, see, that's the thing. People can present you presentable one way, but find out what you're really about. The difference between a macho man and a masculine man is macho man is focused here. Actually, not here. Here. Ego, balls, my way the highway, that's the way it is. A masculine man, yes, Krista, a masculine man is a man who basically is heart open and a clear direction in life. Basically what they call a strong spine. Who's got power, who's authority, who lives in his truth, and is here to make a difference on the planet. In fact, he's about legacy. That's a masculine man. Well, thank you, Yosa. Appreciate that. So you're athletic, rough, sports playing, very sensitive and intuitive guy, and you're always being called gay. That's the other part. Men who have sensitivity, who share emotions, and I came from England, very stiff upper lip, but I came into the States and softened a lot. And basically, it was this thing where people thought I was not who I was. And it was challenging. Who we are, for one thing, and this is one of the things about stereotypes, again, about what men are labeled as, is that women expect us to be certain ways and we're not always that way. In fact, men think we're different ways than we are. So it's important for us to be authentic as best we can, to speak our truth out into the world, to be known by who we are, by those around us. It's taken me time to do that. People know me the way I am, thankfully, which is really something that is not easy to do. And Well, yeah, you live for yourself, but you live authentically to your nature. You don't live to satisfy just yourself. That's the key part. And something Christian talked about, which is one of my favorite books, is The Way of the Superior Man by David Data. He speaks about the masculine man, and it was actually his work. Yes, thank you, Greg. Nice to know. Frankly, that his work, I studied with David Data back in 2008, and through some other teachers who led me to his work, and frankly, he changed my life. Absolutely transformed my perception about men and women that I love so much about this work, so I teach about it. David Data, D-E-I-D-A. If you go to data.info, D-E-I-D-A.info, that's his website. You go on YouTube and look for David Data, again, D-E-I-D-A. There's tons of videos out there from his stuff. It's really good stuff and material. And frankly, if you want to learn about a good way of being a man in the world, and also a good way of being a woman in the world, frankly, check out his broadcasts on Periscope. I wish he was. On YouTube, some of them pretty old. I mean, he's been talking about stuff for 20 years. And his hairstyle changed dramatically over the years too, and so does it go from VHS to DVD, quality-wise. Yes, there it is. Thank you, Christian. David Data, The Way of Superior Man. Chapter 7 changed my life. That's how much I know the book. Chapter 7, which has been a wake-up call for me a few years back, is a man's purpose must come before his relationship. Evie, nice to have you here. And that was such a thing that was a game changer for me. So it's really important for me to help other people realize that we men have a reason for being here. Unique, divine, different, every one of us. But our legacy, our focus, our reason for being is so critical, so key. Authentication? Sorry, something about being authentic, but yes. And yes, Barb, dear lover. The other Evie, not Web Evie, but Evie Abbott, who's doing another script parallel, by the way, at the same time as this. She and I talked about this before. She fell in love with that book, and that book for women is a beautiful book for women too. It's almost like the way they want to be spoken to and loved. It's an incredible book. So his works are amazing. He does have some really, let's say, raunchy books, deep books about sex. Finding God Through Sex is one of his books. Sexual Communion is another one. He's got a bunch of books out. He does touch deep. I love his work. It's powerful stuff. And again, I was going to say, that's all right, Evie. All good. He's based in upstate New York. He speaks at the Omega Institute and the Crippler Center, mostly up there. I did bring him to the West Coast with a friend of mine when we saw him in LA, San Francisco, Seattle, back in 2008. Amazing teacher, powerful. Yes, he's on Amazon as well. And the audiobook I like a lot too. The audiobook of The Way of Superior Man is a good one too. So, you got typos. Well, sorry, I missed the comment who said it. This is my passion, my work. My own book is a #1 bestseller too. And I mentioned David in my book, amongst other teachers, because I recommend his work highly. So that's one of the things, again, back to the beginning. Most annoying male stereotypes. Macho men versus nice guys. Really sucks. Another one is that, and actually, Karma, I think you spoke on this one. No. Oh, great. No, I don't remember who said it now. Damn. It was such a blend of great teachers that got me going. We were so in the flow of this, and so I didn't get it exactly clear, so bear with me. The thing about how men and women are different, because I was commenting on that on somebody else's scope, and I was like, who was talking about that now? I think it was Karma. What's the name of my book? Here. You want to see my book? There's my book, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. See? Me on the back. And my name on the front. 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. You can go to that link that goes to my website. It's also on Amazon. It's in ebook, Kindle, and physical. And it'll be in audio this year because women like my voice to be out there. I know. So, 50 Shades of Love Your Lover. Nice. Not quite, Pace. Not quite. The piece I'm going to speak to, crack me up, was about emotions. That men and women are different in how we express emotions. And this is actually Alison Armstrong's work that I've studied with too, one of my other teachers. I recommend her work as well. She does work called Understanding Men and Satisfying Women, Hero's Journey, The Queen's Code, a bunch of other stuff. And she talks about, and I love this piece, that the way men and women relate is different emotionally. Women basically express through their emotions. Men generally express through reason because we're logical. And somebody mentioned something about, George, you mentioned about men watching video games and women when it was going on. Here's a key and a tip for men and women. It's a teaching point, but it's also understanding the differences. When a woman wants to de-stress, she wants to talk and vent and talk. And she gets upset with a man when he doesn't want to do that. But the thing is, for a man to de-stress, thank you for that 3 minutes, thanks, sir. For 3 minutes, Exactly that. Oh, you got it. Paige, you got the reason. Oh, thank you. Yes, now you understand my book title. Got it. Yeah, making up for Paul Simon's work. For a man to de-stress, he needs silence. So a man basically wants to tune out, turn off, and just switch out for like 30 minutes. So that's why when a man comes home, watching TV is a good escape for him, just to veg out and just to come down back to being calm. When a woman comes home for 30 minutes, she needs time to basically, the best recommendation, frankly, is a bubble bath. But barring that, a chance to just vent and talk things out with no fixing, no answering, just to vent and let things out is a good way for women to get calm too. So understanding the fact that men and women are different, because we are, in a positive way, versus they're no good because they're different. It's like, no, they're better because they're different. And that respect is one thing we can both reestablish for that. Well, Amy, some women live more in the masculine and the feminine as well, depending how you do it. So I don't want to speak to say, and it isn't, and so thank you, but it's not. I don't want to stereotype either. No, not really. Release your anger. What's that about? No. Yeah. See, the thing is, so that's for you, Pace. I understand. For me, de-stressing could just be going for a walk, or going for a bike ride, or watching TV. Just something to let my brain just settle down. So we all have our ways, and doing something like that could be fun to do as well. So I think I'm Star Wars quote. Which quote? Did I just say something without realizing? What if you don't have a bathtub? Yeah, well that was. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. All right. So I think I'm wrapping up. Yes, wrapping up the scope. So let me go back just to wrap up again for those of you just joining us. Because I'll make sure you're not recording. I'll make sure you are. This is Perry Dudes Past the Cast. If you go to perrydudes.com, you find all about us. Come on, camera, focus. Focus, focus. There we go. There we go. All right. You've been missing out. Yes, you have, Kitty. Oh, great, Grace Kizzy. So this is where you find us. Go to perrydudes.com. Thank you for that, Jim. This is what we do on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights at 7:45 Pacific time till about 9 o'clock Pacific time. So that's what you find us on. Sorry, put the tripod back on again. It's a magnetic tripod, so like, dink. So that's about it. This was, yeah, I'm a guy who de-stresses like a girl with female partner and de-stresses like a guy. Well, if it works for you guys, yes, Evie, you missed a good night, then it works for you. That's the thing. Find your partner that works with you. It's not saying the rules are this way or that way. It's what works for you. So yes, different niche altogether. Okay, interesting. So you don't have anyone to talk to, and boys don't like to talk to me. That can be interesting. So you got to get out. Yes, Evie, watch all the replays. They were good. We had some good stuff in here. So thank you for being here, by the way. Thank you for being in my scope. Thank you for watching the Perry Dudes, because we had lots to talk about tonight. Again, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, 7:45 p.m. Pacific time. We kick it off after the Perry Girls are finished with Perry Dudes. So it is a balance, but also in polarity, by the way, Krista, polarity in relationship is powerful. So that's one of the conversation that won't be in this context, but in another place. So thank you for that, Base. I appreciate it. Perrydudes.com sign up is where you can sign up if you want to be in the Past the Cast. And it's 9 o'clock. I'm signing off. Folks, thanks for joining us. Thanks for an awesome rundown. Gentlemen, thank you for a great Past the Cast. Great to have you in the scopes. Great to pass it around. And it was a great night all around. Okay, I'm signing off. Thank you, G. Interesting to find out more about what you're about. I appreciate that. And thanks for all being here. Awesome time playing with you folks. And I'm signing off for the night. I will see you on Scope probably tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. And if you're not already following me, follow me to watch me in my own scopes. I do a lot of scope every day, and I'm actually due to do another episode of The Doctors Are In with Evie Abat tomorrow, Saturday. So you're welcome, Krista. Thank you, folks, for being here. Oh yes, and Jim will be. Jim does a follow-up to the Past the Cast on his own one called Perry Dudes Past Out, not Past the Cast. That's on Tuesday nights. Thank you, Jim, again. Appreciate it, also, folks, for being here. Take care of yourselves, and I'm signing off. So I'm glad you like me. Make sure you follow me on Periscope. If you like me, you follow me, and then you watch my scopes. I'm signing off. Bye-bye. Take care. See you later.